We're really creating awareness about appreciating seeds and the importance of keeping our seeds pure and not genetically modified. We have a craft area over there to create awareness about seeds, and through creating crafts with seeds, they start to really realize the importance of them.
Watermelon.
Watermelon?
This is how much honey a bee makes in its whole life. So when you've got a jar of honey, you want to be really thankful.
That are coming into flower, people really like that.
Well, when did you like the best?
Buzz, buzz, buzz.
Prana, we do organic products. It's about quality, freshness. By tasting that, you really get to know it. They're raw, salted, They're beautiful.
I take this tart cherry and I couldn't believe how I finally got to sleep. For years I haven't been able to sleep, and I was so shocked that I actually went to sleep. I didn't even get up to pee. So this is the Worm Chalet. So it's a tower composter, and how this works, this is the same as indoor composting or outdoor composting, except it's done inside with worms. And these are the stars of the show here, red wigglers. That's a pound of worms. So there's 3 trays. Each tray has holes in the bottom. You start on the bottom tray, only feeding 1 tray at a time. The carbon is the shredded paper. This would be moist with some soil. Add your worms in. Remember, you're starting on the bottom, you add the next tray. By the time you get to the top tray, the bottom tray is done, and then you're left with the black gold. This is the bottom tray from our chalet at home. Look at that beautiful material. Almost pure worm poo. So this is nature's finest fertilizer.
And so we have more seeds here. And you can tell when the seeds are dry that they're ready to go. And so lemon balm is a great herb. If you haven't tried it yet, you want to come and pinch a leaf and give it a rub and a smell.
Just some examples of the seeds that we save. It's really easy. We just get a box lid, put parchment paper in it, and dry the seeds. And what I do is collect seeds from the Big Carrot and my husband's cafeteria at school, all non-GMO organic seeds. And I dry them out and I send them to Zambia, Africa. And we are reforesting the area, and we sell the trees to private game parks to plant to feed elephants. Socioeconomic and environmental development solutions, seeds.
That's the flower stalk, it's the state. And you'll harvest those, you'll eat them just like you would garlic. So we're called the Backyard Urban Farm Company. We do organic vegetable garden planting, planning, maintenance. We do raised garden beds as do-it-yourself kits, or we'll install it for you. Our concept is to grow growers. We want to teach people how to grow their own food and try and make a living while we do that. This is a flyer we put together so that people can learn about raised bed gardening and why you would want to garden in a raised bed instead of straight in the ground. And then we've got all these little price lists that can tell you what it's going to cost to do it, and that's the Backyard Urban Farm Company.
These guys, the lentils, they're about 2 days. You set up in the morning or at night before you go to bed. You just So these are sprouts. Sprouts are like a superfood. More vitamins and minerals in sprouts than any other food group. What happens with the idea is once a bean sprouts, it's got all the vitamins and minerals it needs to grow into a plant, all condensed into that sprout. So it's extremely healthy for you. And when the bean sprout becomes about the same length as the bean, that's when they're ready to go. Like this guy right here. So that's been about 24 hours for these guys to grow. They're really fast and they're delicious.
I'm going to be showing you how to make that short crust. It's an historic recipe. You're always rolling from the middle, okay? And back, and to the side, and to the side. And that's what's going to give you a nice round piece of pastry as well for your tart. Lovely. That's excellent. So I use my rolling pin to help me. Okay, now this is kind of the tricky part. What you need to do is push it down. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, you're just tucking it under, but you want that little bit of a ridge at the top, as you can see. So there's your tart.
You'll find some demons.
We are merchants of green coffee. We're serving our coffee fresh off the roaster, and we sell green beans, we educate on green beans, we brew in cotton filters by the cup. We do everything there, and so essentially we started as a green bean company and we've spiraled into everything organically just because we want a certain quality and demand it for the farmers.
That's the way we like it.